Darin, Steen here from FatLossLifestyle.com. What is Fat Loss Lifestyle? It's a unique, time-efficient workout system that I've developed that I've used professionally for well over 10 years that gives you 5 pillars to personalize a perfect, time-efficient plan of attack for you. Weight training and stretching, cardio, food, mindset, specifically precise goal-setting strategies with emotional reasons combined together in weekly check-in, 1 week, 6 week, 12-week goal, and social support. I want to talk today 3 things I got. One is the power of the mind and the goal-setting strategy. I talk about it a lot, but a lot of you aren't implementing it. And I'm going to give you a technique to implement. How it's going to benefit you is it's going to make you eat perfectly, exercise perfectly, follow everything to the 100th percentile when you have a precise goal with an emotional reason attached to it that you're excited about. So, how I decided to shoot this video was I saw someone post on social media today, Darin, Steen, you're a delusional idiot. So, I wanted to go see what he was talking about, and it was, I threw out a high goal 2 years ago that I could beat a 5-time pro, drug-free world champion, Kiyoshi Moody, one of the most reputable natural bodybuilders in the history of the world in the natural game, that I could beat him in the back double bicep pose. And it was a goal-setting strategy for me because my back is really strong, and I threw it out there, and it elevated me to the next level. It helped me think that I was in the boys' club, that I could actually do it, and I started training differently and eating differently and doing cardio and stretching differently, and it made me see the most improvement in my physique. I made more improvement in 1 year than I made in 15 years before because I played mind games with myself, and that's what goal-setting strategies are about. So what I want to talk to you about is some things that I've overcome. I have always been a delusional idiot's a little bit tough term, but I've always been a dreamer. I think I can do anything, and I want to tell you, I want to give you a little bit of a recipe on how to harness that technique. Some things that I've overcome in my life by being a big thinker and a dreamer and using a specific goal-setting strategy that I'm going to tell you about in a minute was I was a cancer survivor at the age of 2 with only 1 kidney. In high school, they told me that I could not play football legally. So my mom went in, and she knew how important it was to me to the office, and they made her sign off on a document that we couldn't go back on a financial if I hurt my 1 kidney. So I bucked those odds, and I just kept dreaming and thinking about playing football. Another thing was I was 5'2", 110 pounds my freshman year in high school. I was getting beat up on the football field. I was a real little guy. I wasn't that forceful at all. I was getting slung around like a rag doll. But what it did was it created a big fight in me, and I continued to work out in the weight room. I grew into my body to about 5'9", 5'10", 180 pounds my senior year, and I had a great work ethic. And they said I couldn't play football when I was a freshman. I was never going to amount to anything. But I ended up having a 14-year football career, playing college football, 2 years as semi-pro, tried out for the Chicago Bears in 1988. I got cut. At that point, I hold the all-time tackling record to this day, a record of 25 years at Olivet Nazarene University of 539 career tackles in the Sports Hall of Fame, and I really wasn't that talented. It was because I had a big heart, I was a dreamer, and I focused on what I wanted. All right? Then once I got done with that, I wanted to get into bodybuilding because I wanted to lose my football belly. I had a 41-inch waist. The guys at the gym, to this day, I can remember like it was yesterday, in 1988, when I said I wanted to compete in my first show. They laughed at me, said I could never bodybuild. It was some guys competing at the time that looked really good, and they sort of made fun of me and said there's no way I could ever be a very good competitive bodybuilder. That was 88. I competed in 89. I had a thick waist. My body fat level was relatively high. I placed 3rd out of 5 guys, but I continued to dream. I continued to focus and use goal-setting strategies. That was in 1989, so 99, 09. 25 years later, here I am competing in my 15th year as a pro. I'm in the boys' club. People consider me as a threat in the open at 49 years young. I'm having a lot of fun. I got my arms bigger than they've ever been in my life as a truly 100% drug-free bodybuilder. Almost 21 inches now after my workout. They said that was impossible, but I kept setting nice, high goals, visualizing what I want in the theater of my mind, always being delusional that I could actually get those goals. I saw what I wanted. I felt it in my heart. I saw it in the theater of my mind. I felt the emotion of accomplishing it in victory, and I felt that emotion, and I say it out loud every day. As a professional, I was a full-time UPS driver until 1999. They said that I couldn't quit that job and become a full-time trainer and raise my family. Well, I've been doing it ever since 99, and I'm much more successful financially. I'm much more happier because I'm helping people with my passion. So that's another thing that it took some time, but I visualized what I wanted in the theater of my mind. You got to close your eyes and slow down and see it in the theater of your mind. You got to feel the passion and the emotion of accomplishing your goal. You got to do it in the past tense, like you have accomplished it. Do it every morning and every night for a couple minutes and say it out loud and enjoy the victory. Stand up tall. So that's the technique that I wanted to share with you. I have other victories in my life. I'm a single father supporting 2 daughters without a mother right now, and I'm doing it long distance. That's another challenge that was very challenging for me. It was a process, but I'm really proud of myself for stepping up and doing the right thing. A lot of people said I wasn't going to do the right thing, that I couldn't do it, that I was a guy going to be too into my career. Well, you know what? I kept visualizing on what I wanted with my girls, with my family. I'd say it out loud using the same goal-setting strategy. So here you go. Whatever you want, be very precise. I want you to write it down on a piece of paper. This is what I want by this date, and this is why I want it. It's the what and the why together. It's the killer combo, the dynamic duo. You say it out loud before you go to bed at night, which is right before you fall asleep. If you do that, and that's the last thing you think about, your subconscious will soak it in the middle of the night, and you'll start to do things, and things will draw you to it that will get you to your goal, and you won't even know it. So that's a technique too. Get up in the morning, stand up tall. Within 10 seconds, have your feet hit the ground, stand up tall, take 3 long breaths in. Hold it for 3 to 5 seconds. Long breath out. Do that 3 times. Incantate. Say out loud what you want. I want to be Kyoshi Moody in the back double bicep pose. I'm going to. I'm sorry, I said it wrong. I'm going to beat Kyoshi Moody in the back double bicep pose in August 31st, 2015, and I'm going to feel elated because everyone said I couldn't do it. I'm going to do that so that I can prove to people that I can do whatever I want to do. So say that out loud. Feel it. See it in the theater of your mind as you already have done it. Feel the sweet emotion of accomplishing your goal. Do it at night. Do it in the morning when you wake up. And I guarantee within a short amount of time, you'll get close to your goal without even realizing what you're doing to get you there. It's the mind-muscle connection. It's the law of the universe. It's the law of attraction. You put out the vibrations that you want. You focus on what you want, and it comes back to you. It's like a heat-seeking missile. You don't even have to think about it. Why, when someone buys a red dress or a yellow convertible Corvette, why do you see them pop up all over the place once you have one? It's just because you're aware of what you have and what you want. Goal-setting strategy is the same way. So it's called the reticular activation system. Tony Robbins taught me that. So there you go. If you want more killer information that's free but very valuable, and my free 12-week e-course, click below, sign up at fatlosslifestyle.com. Until next time, you do have the power to change. Make the rest of your life the best of your life.